Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Tom Coy. It is September 3rd, 2020, and this is our midweek meditation. For those of you who do not know me, I'm the covenant pastor at the Milton Presbyterian Church in Sharps, Virginia. Thank you for tuning in to this video. I hope it'll be something that'll be useful for you and your own personal faith development. Up until this point, as many of you know, I've been doing a midweek meditation that usually involves two short videos. I'm cutting that back to one from this point on. I think one is going to be just as effective as two. And I'm going to, for the next several weeks, focus on the Beatitudes, which are a part of the Sermon on the Mount. And in so doing, I want to explore a spiritual impact that each of these Beatitudes makes upon those who hear. As I read these, and by the way, you may wonder, did I write that series on the Apostles' Creed? Did I write this series of the Beatitudes? And the answer is yes. This is all original stuff. It starts and ends with me. But I tend to read these because as opposed to when I preach, which is a little more from within my head and heart, the language in here is very precise. And so I have to read it in order to make sure my sentence structure is correct, that my communication is effective. My prayer is that it will not sound stilted or formalized. My prayer is that even as I read, that the impact will not only engage our heads, but also our hearts. So let's get started. Early in the Gospel of Matthew, we find Jesus near the Sea of Galilee. A crowd has gathered. He opens his lips and begins to speak, and what comes out is the most famous sermon ever preached, the Sermon on the Mount. Its first words are a series of statements, poetic yet powerful, and they continue even now to speak to the hearts of believers. Each of these statements starts with the word blessed. To be blessed is to be supremely happy, blissful, and contented, according to the dictionary definition. In the world of faith, we feel this is especially true when one enjoys a close personal relationship with God. To make someone blissfully happy is to beatify, hence these opening phrases are often called the Beatitudes. For the next several weeks, we will devote a faith reflection to each one. It's my hope that we will all come to appreciate even more these remarkably hopeful insights. So the first, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. At first blush, we might expect Jesus to say, blessed are the rich in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. After all, to become richly blessed seems a worthy goal for people of faith, doesn't it? It is, actually. But the question is, how does one receive a rich spirit? Can you eat it, or drink it, or absorb it, or inject it? Can you buy it through Amazon.com and have it delivered to your door? Or can you gain it through a large following on social media? Not really. Jesus states again and again that you and I are utterly dependent on the grace of God for all good things. Seek first the kingdom of God, he says later in the sermon, and all these things will be added unto you. So how do we seek the riches of the Spirit? We begin by first acknowledging that we are destitute. No matter how hard we try or what we try, we do not have what is needed. We have to admit that. Our natural human resources are simply insufficient. We need to turn to something outside of ourselves. When it comes to spiritual wealth and health, we are not unlike those who discover the value of 12-step programs. Participants in these want to overcome a behavior that they acknowledge has damaged their lives. And the wisdom is that recovery begins when a person admits that he or she cannot overcome with personal strength alone. Rather, the help of a higher power is required. So in like manner, people of faith begin to receive true blessings when we admit that our own spirits are hungry and shriveled, and that everything we have tried to remedy the problem has failed. It is then that we are able to hear the knock at the door. It is then we are able to open the door and allow the one who offers all good things to enter. So our spirits are blessed when they are poor, for it is then that we are ready to welcome what God alone can give, the grace to help in time of need. Something to think about today and tomorrow, and may it be something that will help you grow in your own spiritual wealth. Take care. God bless. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye.